We welcome you into another edition of the Ken Sparks Show. I'm Adam Cavalier, the voice of the Eagles, alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. We shoot the show in beautiful Golden, Colorado, the site of Carson-Newman's 27-24 win over the Colorado School of Mines. Ken, I don't think we've had a better scenery for a show like this. The mountains in the background, absolutely gorgeous.
It don't beat the the fog of Mossy Creek.
A beautiful setting, gorgeous day. Your Eagles pick up a 27-24 victory over the Colorado School of Mines. Just how big is this win, going on the road, dealing with distractions, and persevering on the field?
Well, I think considering how much heart it took to win the ball game, I think it's a giant step forward because we had so many, like you said, distractions, and we were a beat-up football team. We had so many kids that didn't practice all week and very limited to today, but they played their hearts out, and somebody kept coming in and making a play, and it was a sweet victory for us.
What was the turning point? Mines rallies with 14 unanswered, then back and forth you go with field goals. What was the turning point late in the fourth quarter?
Well, the missed field goal was the turning point at the end of it. I thought a couple of times, we would jump out to a lead, and then it seems like it'd be some fluky thing to happen. Of course, we got penalized 11 times. That's way too much. And we turned the ball, or we fumbled 7 times, but we only lost 3. So we've had 11 fumbles in 2 ball games, and that's something we've really got to, we've got to conquer that one, or that one will get you beat. But I thought one of the downers was when Anthony Baskin knocks the ball loose and the guy catches it for a touchdown. When most of the time when you put your helmet on the ball and knock it loose, it's good news for you. This time it was bad news for us, and that tied the ball game. But our guys responded well, and they just they played with a lot of heart, and we've had rain ever since we've been out here. Today we got a little bit of sunshine, so the rain is Eagle sunshine, and today we got some more Eagle sunshine.
You bring up the rain. The folks here in this area just incredible. To put on a football game, 12 inches of rain in a week and loads of flooding. How do you use that microcosm as a teaching tool that people going through hardship for this football game?
Well, that's life. Life is going to have a lot of ups and downs. Life deals us some cards sometimes that we don't understand, but the Lord is in control of all that. But Coach McIntyre from University of Colorado came and spoke to our team, and they canceled their game. And he did an unbelievable job kind of putting things in perspective. And I thought our guys did an unbelievable job putting things in perspective, that this is a game. We got all kinds of devastation around us. 3 people died. But those things that happen and the football game that happen are things that can teach us about how to trust the Lord better, which means we can live life better. It's a direct proportional. You trust the Lord more, you win life more. Yeah. And so it's been an unbelievable 3-day excursion to try to learn a whole lot more about ourselves.
We break down the first half when we get back after this on the Ken Sparks Show. Back on the Ken Sparks Show, Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. We break down a 27-24 victory for Carson-Newman's Eagles over the Colorado School of Mines. Ken, you look at it, you're ahead at the break, 21-13, but Mines with the late score. Kurt Duncan misses a school record 56-yard field goal. What was the mentality, the attitude like in the locker room after the first half?
Well, it was good. I mean, I think we were a determined group the whole time, and didn't have to give any heart transplants or anything, and so I think everything was great. We realized that we had 375 yards at halftime and 21 points. That's not good enough, and we had 3 fumbles, lost 3 fumbles, and so if we just take care of the football, it's a whole different ball game, and but. That's the way life is, and that's the way ball games are. There's some fumbles along the way, and so. But I thought Coach Turner did a great job in the offensive room, and Coach Clancy did a great job in the defensive room of getting us ready to go the second half.
You look at the start of the first half and flash in the pan right out of the gate. We wondered if DeAndre Thomas would be able to replicate Brandon Haywood's rushing capabilities, and boom, off he goes on a 73-yard touchdown run on the very first drive. What tone did that set?
Well, it set a great tone, and we had a chance to put some finishing touches on it right then, and then we didn't. But his 170 yards rushing was pretty huge today, no question.
It's with him, with Tyron, with a gritty performance as well. Tyron, 126 on the ground to score, fighting through a flu. Tyron scores his 35th career touchdown, ties Robert Thomas for 7th on the all-time list. What sort of a career has he had in an Eagle uniform, gritting things out for you? Seems like he's unstoppable if you just get an arm on him.
Well, he didn't run hardly as strong as he normally does because he was weak today, but I'm glad he's on our side, and Brandon Baker and Andy Hibbett. This next week we got to play more people. We're not playing enough people, and so we're playing some injured, tired people that maybe not injured but tired and hurt, and so we've got to do a better job with that. And we talked about it after the ball game, immediately after the ball game. That's something we've got to do better.
We take a look at those first half highlights. Eagles lead at 21-13 at the break. Thomas takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll roll around the right side of the field. Thomas with loads of room, 40, 50, into Mines territory. Thomas turns on the Jets, 20, 10, touchdown, Carson-Newman. DeAndre Thomas with some trickeration rolls his way for a 73-yard score, and the Eagles strike first in a big way. Second down, 20 yards to go. Thomas with a 7-step drop. He'll throw a leak-out screen to Hibbett, complete far side at the 30. Hibbett weaving his way along the numbers, 35, 40, up to the 45 for a gain of 14. Eagles run it right side to Tyron Douglas. Douglas hit at the 3, stretches his right arm. Go-go gadget again, touchdown, Carson-Newman. Tyron Douglas with the elastic right arm will not be denied by Jake Utley as the Eagles go ahead 13-6. Down and goal from the 6. Brown in the gun, Champagne to his left, trips wide to the wide side left, a lone man, Ward to the short side right. Brown back to pass, looking over the middle of the field, intercepted! Carson-Newman has it at the goal line. The Eagles weaving their way over the middle of the field, and the return man drops it up at the 30. Jared East Brown had the pick, worked it along the middle of the field to the 20, 25, and 30 before he was hit from behind by a Mines defender, but Carson-Newman's Jarrell Emanuel recovers the fumble, and the Eagles stop Mines. Thomas takes the snap. He'll keep it himself over the right side of the formation. Thomas with room, gets to midfield. The Jets, the afterburners, 40 and 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Carson-Newman, 73 yards, now 75. DeAndre Thomas takes it in from the 25-yard line, his own 25, and the Eagles go ahead 20-6 with 5:57 left in the second quarter. Carson-Newman goes to Tyron Douglas on the dive, ping-ponging off defenders 35 and 30, turns left along the left hash, down to the 25 and 24, first down yardage before Graves punishes him down.
Well, the thing you got to learn about Douglas is you have to wrap him up.
Thomas will throw, quick slant, complete, middle of the field. Luther Walker has it at his own 45, crosses midfield along the right hash, and tripped up down at the 46-yard line by Billy Sprague. Young to the short side left. Eagles with 4 down linemen, no blitz shown. Carson-Newman rushes 4. Brown takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. Jamar Neal is there to grab him around his waist and yank him down. A sack, the second of the day for the Eagles defense, and a loss of 2 back to the 36. 21-13, the first half score for Carson-Newman over Colorado School of Mines. The Eagles end up winning it 27-24. Ken, you break down that first half. A lot of missed opportunities, not just for your Eagles, but for Colorado School of Mines. Really could have been a 21-point lead for either team if the other team takes advantage of opportunities.
Well, it was a very, very strange ball game in a lot of ways. I saw some things today I hadn't seen in a long time. How many times have you seen Carson-Newman intercept a pass and run it down there and able to almost put it away, and we fumble the snap the next play, and it was a walk into the end zone if we don't fumble it, and how many times you see somebody hit a receiver and like Anthony did, and it pop up in the air and the other guy scores with it. There's just so many things that were strange about this, but wasn't Kurt Duncan something? I mean, kickoffs all the way into the end zone, and they only were able to return one, punted for a 49-yard average, and if he had a chance to get the 56-yarder again, he'll make it because he didn't hit it in the sweet spot. But what a great weapon he is, and for us to have to punt that last 10. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No, I haven't.
Have 53 seconds left, and they had 2 timeouts, and we fall on the ball with people piled on him, and it was I think it ran 0.3 of a second off the clock, and then we run a bootleg and ran a whole lot of time off of it, and I look up and there's 49 seconds left, after running 2 plays, and I'm saying we better make a first down or we're going to have to punt, and sure enough we had to, and boy, I hate that. That shouldn't happen.
Makes you nervous.
It really does, and it's poor coaching on my part.
You bring up the Jacob Coleman interception, but another big one Jared East Brown has,
yes,
when Mines is inside your 10,
yes,
and jumps in front of a receiver who's going across the back of the end zone, picks it off, and then wise decision, sees Green in front of him to bring it out to the 31. We've got 4 interceptions through 2 games, and it took you all of last year to get to that point. What's different about this year's secondary?
Well, I think some of them are a year older, and I think we've got some talented kids back there. And I think we got 4 guys that believe, and I think we got 3 or 4 guys behind them that's pushing them, and that's a good, healthy situation.
We break down the second half when we get back after this on the Ken Sparks Show. Back on the Ken Sparks Show, Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. Break down the second half of Carson-Newman's 27-24 victory over the Colorado School of Mines. Ken, the offense bogs down a bit in the second half. Was it something Mines did, or was it internally?
Well, I think some of our injured folks got a little slower.
Yeah.
Our offensive line struggled some for the first time. They did some things that not that we weren't expecting it, but probably a little bit better than we expected it. And so we did not get them blocked sometimes like we needed to. It seems like every play there was one guy that made a play that shouldn't have made a play. And either the tight end or the center or the guard or the tackle or the wide out or somebody, running back, let's don't leave them out, would miss a block that would keep us from having a real plus play. And so it's going to be a great learning video. It's going to be a great learning this is a great learning experience for our kids, and for me too, because I didn't coach very good today, and so I've got to coach better, and some of them need to play a little better, and we'll get better. I promise you we'll get better.
What didn't you like about your coaching today?
Well, it seems like there was times when I probably could been a little bit more decisive about some decisions. When I'm not decisive, then probably they lose a little bit of confidence, and there was a couple of times that the plays I called didn't work, and that's on me, isn't it? And I got to do better with that. And so we, and I'm not sure how good of an encourager I was today. Toward the end, I was fussing a little bit, and they probably misunderstood me once or twice, but I'll be able to explain that later, and we'll all grow from this and get better.
We break down the second half with highlights. Here they come on the Ken Sparks Show. Brown comes close to the line, now steps back into the gun with trips wide outs to the wide side right and a lone man, short side left. That's Gillis. Brown back to pass, throws complete to Jimmy Ellis on a quick slant. He fumbles it forward. It's picked up by Gillis at the 5, and he strolls into the end zone. Baskin had Ellis in his grasp, and Ellis lost the football, tossed it over his head, and the look what I found touchdown for Diamond Gillis. It doesn't get much luckier than that. Brown takes the shotgun snap, chest high, comes up firing, intercepted by Jacob Coleman on the far sideline. 30 and 25. Jacob Coleman all the way down inside the 10. Was looking for Gillis, but Coleman jumped the route. Ball on the left hash. Duncan's kick is long enough. Is it true? Yes! Kurt Duncan gives Carson-Newman the lead again. 27-24. Snaps down. Llewellyn's kick is on the way. It's blown back. It's short. No good. Llewellyn missed it by 10 yards.
DeAndre Thomas had just 7 games under his belt prior to the 2013 season. The Milledgeville, Georgia native earned the starting quarterback job out of camp and has impressed everyone. Luckily for the sophomore gunslinger, he has one of the most prolific signal callers in program history helping him with the transition. Alex Good has been there every step of the way for Thomas.
I had an opportunity to meet DeAndre last year when I was here helping out, and the guy just has a heart to do the right thing, man, and that's what you need at the quarterback position. I really pushed him, and I really, ask a lot out of him as far as being a quarterback because you're held to a higher standard, already being a quarterback here at Carson-Newman, especially at Carson-Newman, where I think the standard of football is a lot higher than a lot of different places. But man, he's a great kid. He really steps up to the challenge, and he really pushes the guys around him to be better, and that's what you need out of a quarterback.
Thomas credits his position coach for his success in an offense that demands a lot from the man that takes the snap each play.
Relationship with Coach Good has been great. Like, ever since he came in, we've been clicking on like all cylinders, and just him being here as a coach, knowing he have game experience, like helped me out a lot because when we sit down and watch film, he done actually been on the field with the same thing, and I'm able to just relate to him from that.
Wide receiver Anthony Eubanks has seen the development of the young quarterback dating back to the end of last season. The Pendleton, South Carolina native sees Thomas as a vocal leader that instills confidence in his pass catchers, knowing that Eubanks and the receiving corps can see the ball on any play.
Get open, I put it there for you. He's been that leader. He's been telling the offensive linemen what to do, and the running backs, he's just been opening his mouth and everything, and he's just a little bit more comfortable in the offense.
Coach Good is the last QB to pass for over 1,000 yards and rushed for over 1,000 in the same season. Thomas has his sights set on those totals this year. Good stresses real-life situations and a relentless work ethic.
Each week get better. I challenge those guys at the beginning of camp that the small things is what really matters the most, and if he can do the small things right, then the big things will come. And just really try to push him outside his comfort zone. He's a quiet person, laid back person. At the quarterback position, it's kind of hard to be that way when you have 10 other guys looking to you while you're on the field, or being a team leader, have 140, 150 other guys looking at you to be a leader and to be someone that they can go to. So just really push him and continue to push him hard to be well and to do well, both on and off the field.
As the sophomore quarterback continues to develop, Coach Good said that he's only going to get better as he refines his knowledge in this offense. For the Ken Sparks Show, I'm Michael Watrang.
Thank you very much, Michael. And Ken, we talk about a kid in DeAndre Thomas. It seems like he's growing by leaps and bounds as the season progresses, and what he's doing both on and off the field.
Well, he is. DeAndre's got a good heart. He's a quiet person. He's an unassuming person, but he's got some character, and he's got some fight to him. And as we've seen, he's got some ability.
Yeah.
And so glad to have. That was one of the missing links coming in. Who's going to get the job done at quarterback for us, and he's off to a good start.
It's been fun to watch Alex Good coach him too.
Alex Good has been a good dose of confidence for him, and I think that was the biggest thing. DeAndre just needed us to believe in him, and I think Alex has done a great job of convincing him that we believe in him.
You and I have talked privately about it on numerous occasions, but as a whole, your coaching staff has some old hats, some old veterans, but some newcomers too, that the young blood has made a difference, it seems like.
Great blessing to line up with the guys that I get to line up with. They cover for me. They make up for the weaknesses of the head coach. They're a great group to watch them work together. And of course, we got two great coordinators in Coach Turner, Coach Clowney, and to see those young guys take some major roles, especially the inside part roles, where you're motivating kids from the inside out. Motivating people from outside in eventually don't work. It's got to come from inside out. And you get Nick Craney's and Zach Fleming's and Mike Gertlers and Nick Revay's and Alex Good and Dino Waits. You get those young guys that's played. They know they've played. They know that they've done some things pretty doggone good.
I didn't do the duty on the radio broadcast, but I'm going to have to do it here. Nick Craney and Zach Fleming deserve some special recognition.
No question.
For the long haul trucking that they did for this trip.
No question. They came to me and said, Coach, if we drive an equipment truck and two more people could get on, because we're locked down budget wise, and Mines helped us to get out here, and so that means there's two more empty seats on the plane, and so those two guys drove 27 hours. So I love those two guys and their unselfishness and their want to be an outstanding team player.
Turn your attention to the Brevard Tornadoes now. You go from pro style to spread to triple option. What adjustments do you have to make between now and then?
Well, it's not easy, and and that's the thing that makes defense in college so much different than defense in the pros, because you know there's going to be a pretty set pattern in the pros, and maybe even a lot of D1 programs. But for us, we've got three different distinctive, totally different offenses that we faced in the last three, and defenses too, but especially offensively. And so, be challenged. The defensive coaches, they'll earn their money again this week trying to get us a game plan that will work.
Ken, pleasure as always. Congratulations on the 27-24 victory.
Well, I appreciate it. I praise the Lord for it. I didn't play any, and I'm very thankful for that group of kids that played.
That's Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. This has been the Ken Sparks Show. Join us next week.